Hello and welcome to another custom video. Today is a very different one. This is one that's been requested a lot in the comments, which is a quick look at my custom Tardis from my Parallel series. To start with, this was all done with a big polystyrene box. So if I just sort of get that out of the way a second, you'll see that round the back is just a large polystyrene box, which I've used for a few sets during Parallel, the lab, and a few offices and things. And then from that I did the walls. So as you can see, the walls are like this weird sort of hexagon texture, which was actually this tin foil I had when I was working in a cafe back in 2016, and I saw it and I thought, you know what, that design of tinfoil, I don't know why this tinfoil has this design, but this design of tinfoil is perfect. So I quickly snuck a little bit of it in my bag, so then I can make my Tardis out of this. And I just think it works really well. It's a really nice sort of design to make everything white, silver and black, which was sort of the theme I was going for this Tardis. The next thing I did was these sort of black pillars. Now the idea was, because the Doctor had been growing his Tardis for so long, what I sort of wanted to try and do was make it look sci-fi, because my favourite Tardis is Capaldi's, but at the same time make it look grown. I know I didn't want it to look as grown as it did when David Tennant had his own TARDIS, but I knew I wanted to make it at least look sort of grown but sci-fi. So this is wires that look a bit like roots. That was sort of what I was going for. And of course what I did was I put them at each sort of point where the tinfoil joined in. So I could also do this sort of curved wall. Now this curved wall was done by just having some cardboard. So there's actually a gap back here where the polystyrene is square, and then from that these pillars here are just card as well, as you can see. And then on top of this wires is string, which has all been painted black to match. So that was that section, and then I realised that the floor didn't exactly look the best, so then I did a hired flooring. So as you can see here underneath, all the floor is being supported by just big pieces of polystyrene, which is just where I cut off this front piece of the square polystyrene box, and then it's just a piece of cardboard on top which has been spray painted silver. But I did want some light to be coming up through the floor, which unfortunately never happened during series 2 because the lights that I used broke. But since then I've been able to have new lights which actually can change colour had I want them to. So So what I did was I cut out these circular sections and used a clear piece of plastic to go over the top, so then they could still stand on top of it. And then when I fed the lights through underneath, the light can then shine up, which was something I really wanted to do. This then meant that I had to make a hole in the wall for the TARDIS doors. So there we go, they do come out here. So this is the TARDIS doors that you get from the 10th Doctor playset. But in order to get them to move inwards, I pop them out and put them in the other way, which is what I've done for a few other TARDISes, like my 12th Doctor TARDIS. And then that means I then cut a hole into this wall, about the right shape for this to slot in as the TARDIS doors at the correct height for this flooring. Annoyingly, that door tends to swing open, which is really annoying, but if I lean it back, it's sort of okay. So of course the main part of any console room is in fact the console. Obviously I had to keep it square, and I always liked the rotor going all the way up to the roof like it is in the modern series. I needed a way to light the central column, so that is why at the very top is this sort of circular black thing, and that's so then the lamp can shine inside. So that's that there. This tube here is a plastic tube you used to get inside the middle of things like cling film and baking paper, but they don't do them anymore because they're trying to avoid using so much plastic. So that is that there. And then this particular console, and I think most people know, is made from cardboard, which was, if we look from above, was one sort of hexagon shaped piece of cardboard, and then these shaped pieces of cardboard leading up to a piece in the middle that this bit could swerve into. And as you can see, the monitor is just a piece of cardboard with another piece of cardboard like this on top. And then everything else, after that it was painted white, and everything else has just been stuck on top and sort of drawn in with Sharpies. So it's not the best, but it's the best I could do at the time, which is why I feel like I want to improve this at some point. It was important to me to have levers that the characters in could actually move, so I do this by using cocktail sticks mainly. So this moves because the cocktail stick is underneath these two pieces of cardboard here, and it's essentially the same idea for everything else. So this is a load of sticks put together for the main lever. And for this one round here, you can sort of see it, there's a swivelly pin that just goes inside underneath the cardboards, and that can swivel back and forth, and as you can see it's starting to come out there. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure there was a nice slot for his Sonic to come out of when he first gets his Sonic in this console room. And finally, of course, is the lighting. The main lighting is this light around the wall, and that is just a load of fairy lights that I've made holes in the wall for, and I've just stuck them through. They are Christmas cherry lights, made in China, and so they look like cherries that when you make a holly at Christmas. But I just thought they looked really nice. They're sort of nice circular red lights, which I did all the way around the sides of the walls. And then, like I said, I've always wanted to have this sort of underlight of red. Sadly, of course, that didn't quite work, so there's that. And then it's just a lamp that I shine into here to create the central light. Oh, and one bit that I've forgotten is that this bit that goes up and down is in fact, can come all the way out, is in fact a load of straws and a bit of black in the middle. And that just means that I tend to use one of these stuck up in here, and then when I want it to go up and down, you can see I just move these straws up and down like that. And that's it. There's my TARDIS in flight. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, there's many more on my channel, many more animations where I use this TARDIS, as well as other custom figure videos and other TARDISes that I've built. Also, tomorrow is Doctor Who FA Day, so I'll be releasing a prequel to Series 3, so please check that out when you see it. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.